the whole country understands that Botswana will be both a haven and a gateway. It's very, very important because of its strategic positioning in the region. Land linked, as they say. In order to be able to carry out its function, role as a haven and a gateway, there are certain investments, if you will, that Botswana must make. We have the challenge to address issues of poverty and marginalization of our own people in Botswana, the citizens of this country. Some of them are the indigenous peoples who have been cast to the very margins and left in conditions of subhuman existence. We've got to wrestle with this problem. We've got to look at it and deal with it squarely. We also have to deal with issues of unemployment and poverty, which in my view, which view I hold very strongly, is a violation of people's fundamental rights. Poverty is a violation of human rights. And if we accept it as a violation, then we need to appreciate why we are in crisis. The pots of crisis are at full boil now. And we need to engage in interventions that appreciate the enormity and the urgency of the situation. So we need to grow the economy and grow it very quickly. We need to create jobs for our people. And if we are able, we will then diffuse the tensions that often arise when people migrate into the country. Because the populist approach would be, they are coming to take our jobs, they are coming to, and in certain instances, these are people with skills that we didn't equip our own people with. So there's no competition really, but the optics are ominous. And so we have the challenge to transform Botswana and transform Botswana very quickly for the people of this country and for others that will now take advantage of the fact that we are a haven. And we must truly be a haven. Those who are displaced by violence, whatever issues, must be able to find some compassion, some support, even at the most rudimentary level. And if Botswana truly wants to position itself in this manner, then there's a lot that we need to do. And we are committed to doing it. And that is why the issue of the Zimbabwean migrants should very soon, once we are able to achieve these objectives, cease to be an issue of tension. At a certain point, we need to be able to park buses along the border and say, are you willing to come and work with us, rather than push people away. The circumstances now create an environment where they are looked at with hostility, or any migrant for that matter. But there's a more humane, more economically viable way of managing all these and resolving any tensions that may have arisen, may exist, and we anticipate may erupt again in the future. We will have, as you've indicated, situations of displacement of our own people internally. Internal displacement is also an issue, where people are forced to move from one area to another, seeking better opportunities and or fleeing from catastrophe in their own areas. So we need to also anticipate that issues arising from climate change. Sometimes you experience flooding when you are not used to it. We've experienced these things. I mean, in Mahalape, where I come from, we've seen massive destruction of property from floods and other natural disasters. So we need to be astute and always ready and have the resources at least to intervene and assist. So these are the, I've painted in broad strokes, and this must then enable you to place and collocate some of the thoughts and ideas and interventions and approaches in this grand scheme, so that we are able together to put together an approach that will work.